I'm too old for this.
So I just watched If, and honestly, I'm pretty surprised from what I've seen. Like, I saw some reviews that were like pretty bad for this movie. Like, IGN gave it a 4, and I was like, oh damn, this movie's probably really crap. But honestly, it's a lot better than crap. Not insanely great or anything like that, but definitely not a 4. That guy probably had hate in his heart while watching this movie. By the way, if my voice sounds a little bit weird, it's because I'm sick and I'm recording in my car. So sorry about that if it bothers you. The main character is named B, and I don't know why that's her name. That's like a stupid ass name. It's ironic because in the beginning of the movie,
B is for bitch. B is for bitch. B is for bitch. 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 Bitch.
and in the beginning of the movie, she has to move into her grandma's house, or apartment rather, because her dad is like sick. Like, I mean sick, where he has to stay in the hospital. And I honestly don't remember why. I don't think they explained it that much. Tell me if I'm wrong, if you see it, but my best guess, it was being too much of a goofy Later on, she comes to discover that there's some weird ifs running around. And that's what the imaginary friends are called. They're called ifs, which is weird, but like whatever. That's just that. She sees one running up the stairs in the apartment building. And then later on, in the most weirdest way possible, we're introduced to Ryan Reynolds and this big ass monster named Blue, who is purple, try to break into some kid's house. So at first it seemed like, wait a minute, do imaginary friends become your friend by breaking into your house and hiding in your closet with all your clothes? If is created by the visions of Ryan Reynolds and John Krasinski. This movie makes you think this is Monster Inc., but in the vision of Jeffrey Epstein. Then she learns about the little business or whatever group that Ryan Reynolds has with the imaginary friends. And it just seems that like she's just being too much of a piece of shit. And she's all like, oh, I'm too grown for this. I'm not a little kid. I want to be Rick Sanchez when I grow up. Later on, she becomes more friendly because character development, I guess. And you get to see how the imaginary friends live without kids or whatever. They live underground of an amusement park, and it's basically like a retirement home. At least it reminds me of that the most. Ryan Reynolds gives her a tour and whatever. And you get to see all the cool imaginary friends, and honestly, it was pretty cool. I liked it. And then later on, there's a huge, crazy ass scene, like a really, really interesting scene when this bear or whatever tells her, bro, you could literally imagine this right now. Like, you could change the entire building with your imagination. Do it now. And it's like the craziest visuals ever. Well, not like in crazy like Avatar visuals, like it's just cool stuff happening, changing the room. Like, that's the stuff I like about this movie. It's like pretty creative, and it feels very heartwarming at the same time. Like, I genuinely felt happy as hell when I was watching this movie. And that's like the biggest positive of it. The first goal of this movie is to like get these imaginary friends to find kids to match up with. And later on, they do the same thing, but with their old partners. Like, instead of reaching for new kids, it's to connect with the old partners that abandoned them a long ass time ago. And there's this one scene that's unintentionally funny to me. Blue, the big monster guy, he says that like, oh, my old friend, he used to love eating so much. Like, he used to give me a lot of carbs when he eat pasta, but we just ate so much. And he's just like me, bro. I'm fat, and I love this. I love him, bro. And then later on, he has to meet him again. And it's sad because he has the same name as me. So it's basically calling me fat. And the way they connect is by going to the office building that he works at, and B just goes in there, right? And she just eats a big croissant, like a fat croissant. And she's just eating it right in front of him, while the dude is just sitting there on the couch next to his imaginary friend without noticing. He's like, oh man, I'm feeling for this, bro. Like, in his mind, at least, I think so. And he's just like connecting. And then they start connecting because the girl was eating a big croissant. Like, if that doesn't motivate fat people to go to a gym, I don't know what else will at this point. Like, how do you connect over eating food? You watch someone else eat a fat fucking croissant right in front of you. You're like, oh damn, I'm connected to my imaginary friend. No way. Yeah, fattest character in the entire universe, 100%. Then later on, it gets even more emotional. It really tries to punch your gut. Like, it really wants you to cry, like, really badly, and it did not get me. Like, it kind of felt like it was just trying way, way too hard. If you connect with these characters more than I do, then it'll probably get you. But for me, it just didn't, you know? I guess I'm too old for this. I want to be Rick Sanchez when I grow up, too. For kids, this movie isn't bad. And as a parent, if you're going to watch it with your kid, it's not bad. Like, honestly, it's a decent movie. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. But for word rating, I'll just put decent. It's not mid, it's not great or peak, but like, it's decent, it's fine. Ending was pretty satisfying in a way. Like, it made me confused at first about what was going on, and maybe you'll get it too. I just don't want to spoil it, but like, I eventually understood, like, oh wow, this is actually pretty cool. And the plot twist at the end was also kind of nice too. Like, it felt very heartwarming, but at the same time, it just really tries to make you cry, but like, it just can't. It can't make me cry. I can't tell if it's trying too hard or if I'm just an emotionless loser. So I don't know. But overall, decent movie. Maybe you should go out and watch it with your kids. They'll probably have a fun time. It is 100% not a 4 out of 10 movie. I genuinely don't understand how hateful you have to be to give this movie a 4. That's insane. I'm gonna give that rating what the fuck. Thanks for watching, and my next review is probably gonna be either Garfield or Furiosa. And I'm gonna rewatch Mad Max Fury Road, so trust me, this Furiosa review is gonna be pretty damn accurate. See you later.
Mom's calling you.
Hey, pick that up for me.
I don't like answering people's phones, but hey, what up, bitch?